Hey friends, welcome to day 10 of the 14 days of Crafty Love 2025. And today we are going to make a little ornament. Or you could create this as a way to send a shaker mix, and then your swap partner could take off the back and get the sequins mix out. But what these are these little dome ornaments that click together that you can fill with different things. And I've just added a piece of paper on the back here and decorated it and added a bunch of sequins mix and pom-poms and different things in there. As you can see, all the pom-poms are like sticking together. But I've got this XOXO. I got a heart in the back, a chipboard heart, and the chipboard lips there, and then I have a bunch of different sequins mix in here. And then I did tie this two-tone ribbon to be able to hang it. I added the pom-pom trim around it, and then I didn't like how that looked, so I added this velvet ribbon that kind of matched the same color, and it's not very pretty on the back, as you can see. This was my first attempt at this. So it's not perfect by any means, but I still think when you're hanging it, you're going to see this part, not the back. So let's go ahead and make one together. So I do have my scrap piece here, and it's enough for us to use this background. You could use a two-sided, like a double-sided paper, and then you'd have a pattern back here. So I have that. I've got my glue gun on. I've got some scissors. I've got some little pieces to decorate with. My foam tape, some chipboard. I got a little spoon for my sequins. Some pom-poms. I've got my AdTech glue. So I've got that all around me, and then some ribbon. So what I did first was I just took a pencil and did a really light outline of the circle to give me an idea of where I could decorate. And then I cut the piece out around it, and then I'll put this in my scrap bin. And then this circle gives me an idea of where I want to lay my embellishments. So how I created this one here, as I used one of these stitch hearts from the banner that I hauled, and I laid that down. Now I did use like the really pale pink, and I don't know if I want to do a gold this time or this darker pink, because you really can't see the heart very much. And I'm thinking I'd like to have a pop of gold on this one. So let's lay down that one first, and I'm going to let it hang off the edge a little bit. So I'm going to add just my AdTech glue down, and then I'm going to have just a little bit of the heart hanging off the side. There we go. And then I used a chipboard heart on this one, this geometric heart from the Dollar Tree chipboard stickers. But this time I think I'm going to use one of these. I do have this chipboard heart. I could do that, or have this. I like this one here. It's like glittery, and it does have a pop dot. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, so I'm going to take this one off. And oops, I'm almost out of foam tape. I'm going to have to refill this. I only have 2 left. I'm going to put a larger one on here. And we're going to kind of bring that over here. And then I don't have another one of those lips. Let's see what else we could use. This Happy Valentine's is pretty large. I do have a cute little ladybug. We could do the ladybug kind of off to the side here. And then I have some of my little die cut stickers. We could do that. You still see plenty of the heart, or I could do one of the little, I could put one of the little dogs on here. That would be cute. Let's do that. Let's do the little doggy. So I did pop up the second layer. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little piece of foam tape. And I might have to pop it up twice since our heart is a little bit taller. So let's pop it up twice. And then double check. And that looks good. He's pretty small for this, but I think it will work. And then that gives us room for a sentiment. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue there and a little bit of hot glue here. And then I'm going to kind of move him up a little bit. There we go. Cute. He's such a cute little dog. All right. And then we need a sentiment on here. Let's grab the ones from Michael's. And let's do maybe hugs and kisses. I like the X and O on here because it filled some of this area. But we have that. Because I know the love. We also have this sweet. I kind of like the hugs and kisses. So now, do I want to pop this up? If I do, I need to make sure that none of the part is sticky. So I'm just going to grab a corner of this and lightly peel the sticker off. And then I'm going to add some foam tape on this to pop it up. Give it a little dimension. And let's make sure it's going the right way. And then we'll add this off to this side. And then we'll be able to fill it up with our sequins and pom-poms. So you could go ahead and cut this out now if you wanted to. I went ahead and started gluing first. Now you do need to be mindful that your hot glue could melt this. So be careful when you're putting the hot glue on. But I just put my hot glue on a small section and added it down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And be careful not to burn yourself. So I'm going to add my hot glue and add this down. And then I just kind of took my hand and kind of pressed it in the paper into the plastic. Or you could just kind of press it down into your desk as well. And the reason I added the pom-pom trim is because you can see the glue, so it's not perfect. And then all you need to do is go ahead and go in and trim around your ornament. And I got to do this kind of close up to me. All right, and now I need to trim this off behind here, but I'll make sure that I have enough to lay back here. And you can see it's not perfect. I kind of cut this one a little short, I think, but we're going to make it work. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put my sequence mixes in here next. And all I did was kind of pull the paper back like this and just start spooning some in. And I added some of this, and then I added the pom-poms. And then I added some of this mix from Hobby Lobby with the little letters and the hearts. And then let's add in some pom-poms. I'm going to do a couple of pink ones. I'm going to try to like put them in kind of separate because they were sticking together on the other one. So I think I did about 4 pink and then a couple of red. Even have this hot pink. Let's throw the hot pink in there. And this is another color pink. Let's get a couple red. All right, I think that is enough. And then I just kind of laid it flat, and I think that is a plenty enough sequins in there. You still want to sort of be able to see your decor. And then I went back in and started adding my glue around. And sort of worked it around the circle. Instead of doing it all at once, I just did it in small sections, and I got a little bit dripping in here. I'm not very coordinated when it comes to doing little projects like this. So yeah, I definitely cut this a little too short, so I may have to cut another base for this. As you can see, I got a little bit of glue in here, but hopefully my pom-pom trim will cover that up. And then let's get this one little area right here. And then I'm just double checking that everything has glued. I'm a little concerned about this, so I might have to address that. And I definitely got more glue there than I wanted to. All right, now let's grab some pom-pom trim. And let's see, I'm going to do the pink pom-pom trim again. All right, I got a piece already here that's cut, and we'll use that. And then I took the pom-pom trim, turned it upside down, and then glued it around like this. And then that's why I added the extra ribbon around, because I didn't like this raw edge. Now, you could trim this down and have a thinner piece, but I actually like having the little bit of a wider, so it can cover up some of our glue. So I started up here last time with the pom-pom trim. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue. Grab our pom-pom trim. And start laying this down. And be careful not to burn yourself, but you can kind of clean up any of those extra glue strings as you go. So I'm going to continue working this all the way around until I come up to the top, and then I'll show you how I finished it off. All right, so we're at the top here. I'm going to finish wrapping it in front of our little hanger thing there. And I'm kind of pushing this around that hanging element so I make sure I can still hang things. And then I'm going to cut a little extra here and kind of have it lay over, because I don't want there to be a gap in the pom-pom trim. And I got some glue. Man, this is messy. I'm being very messy. All right, there we go. Not perfect. I almost didn't do this project for today because it's not perfect and I'm not very good with my hands, in little tedious projects, and this is kind of that. But I want to share this idea and how cute it was. Now, this isn't my idea. I did see, I believe, either Buzzing with Bee or Crafting with Liller make one of these. And that's how I got the idea to use these little ornament to make either a little embellishment or an ornament. So you can see we have a lot of mix in here, but you can still see the dog. You can see the gold heart, hugs and kisses, and then it's a little shaker ornament. So you could leave this like this if you wanted to, or you could take another ribbon like I did, and it would be really good if you had a nice thin ribbon so that it doesn't overhang like this. But I don't think I have a super thin ribbon. And I do have one, but I don't think the color goes really well. And I think this might be just too thin. So you could add something super thin around there. I do have a blue one though, and I could pull the blue in from the puppy. Let's see, is that too thin? I think that would work. Let's use this. And since I started this up here, I'm going to start this ribbon up here as well. And we're going to lay that down, and then we're going to work this around this part of our pom-pom trim. And then we just need to go back in and add our ribbon. I think these would be cute if you wanted to make these into a wand. I would use a really super large straw and flatten this out and attach it, and then maybe add another piece of paper on the back, and you could make a shaker wand. You could layer this on top of a, a crepe rubber rosette or a rosette or a doily. I think that would be cute. So let me double check that I don't have any holes where this is kind of here. I'm just going to add a little extra glue back here. This is going to go to my mom. So I know it doesn't need to be perfect, but I want to make sure those sequins don't come falling out, and then her dogs will get into them. And I might go ahead and add another, I'll probably go and add another circle on the back of this just for making sure those sequins don't come out. I think I want to grab this ribbon with the hearts for this one because my mom really likes hearts. And then I'm going to fold this in half. And this little hole is super small. So what I did is I kind of folded my ribbon up and tucked it in. And you could use your pokey tool or something to help you pull that through. Pull it through here, and it takes a minute to tighten it up just because it's such a small little area. And then you could make this a tag and leave it exactly like this and tie it onto a project. But I decided to make a little loop to hang it. And let's see, I want to straighten that up a little bit. I'm awful at tying knots. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim these. I'm going to leave them a little bit long in case she needs to shorten this. And this is a little twisted here, but that's okay. So it's hard on either side. So how cute are these little projects? So if you have these little dome ornaments that fit together, these are two different sizes, but they fit together. These would be a super fun project to do for pretty much any holiday. So thanks so much, guys, for stopping by for the madness of these ornaments today. My desk is a disaster, but I'm absolutely loving it. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.